What is going on, everyone? Gonna try to make this video, you know me, not a scripted guy, not a person who pretends that I have it together by any means, but basically I just wanted to make this video to talk about what I'm doing right now. And I know that I had the video about doing some Korean stuff, and I knew I had a video about some other things. I am still learning my Greek, so you don't have to worry about that, which that's not really going to be on this channel a whole lot because that is something I'm doing specifically for the Link channel. But I wanted to talk about for a second, after kind of having a ton of sorry, my chair is real rickety also. It's a wooden chair, and I guess it's just like slowly losing stability because I sit in it for 10 to 12 hours a day because I work and then with studying and stuff. But so I had some conversations with some people, talking to specific friends of mine and things like that. And I know the joke of my channel is that I never advance past any kind of level. Or, you know, I get to a beginner stage and I don't really pass that. And I think that ultimately I do need to prove myself in something, not because of anybody saying anything, more so for myself. And so I keep thinking back, what is the issue? Where did I go wrong? What do I need to do to make a change? And so the only thing I can think of is I've pretty much had the same study method for every single language, and every single language I've not really advanced in. Like, I am stronger in other languages than some, like obviously my Spanish is better than my Russian or whatever, but I've never really made it past any kind of level of being what I would consider comfortably conversational in anything. And when I started diving down into what was happening, I do the same thing for every language. I get on my phone, I use a couple of apps, then I get sidetracked and distracted by some stuff and things like that. And so ultimately, I think it's time to completely reevaluate my study habits and adapt a new style of learning. And with that being said, today I made a very not tough decision, but I did something that I'd never thought I would do, and that was I went into my language folder and I basically deleted everything. I removed Duolingo, I removed Lingodeer, I removed Ling app, I removed basically everything. Anything that is gamification, I removed. I kept like a couple of dictionaries. Like I kept my Greek dictionary and my, Naver Korean dictionary, and I kept my Japanese dictionary. I kept Playco, stuff like that, like kind of realistic things. But I dropped everything else, anything, you know, whatever. And ultimately what I've done is I've set up to where I am going to have to now I'm not really talking about the language that I'm studying right now. We will get into that later. I'm just talking about my current study habits. But I mean, I'm studying a language that I've studied in the past because my goal is to become decent in at least some language. That way this channel has some sort of basis for it. Like, yes, I do love learning languages and I love learning culture. And my goal, you know, I don't have to do this for anybody. I'm doing it for myself. And I want to get to a decent level in some of the languages that I already kind of know. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that until I begin to look at native content, use Netflix. You know, you can use the Learn Language with Netflix app or tool or anything like that. I did keep Link because I had Dakota ask me on Twitter. He's like, "Did you delete Link?" And I was like, "No." Because Link I don't find to be gamification. Link I find to be, I can import stuff, I can read. It's like a standard study, right? I'm immersing, and that's kind of the thing. And I think that's why, you know, I'm going to get into some of my kind of theories around apps maybe later on. It's a little too early to jump into that because, you know, I mean, it's April 1st right now. It's 12:36. I just realized this is going to come out on April Fool's Day, and this is not a joke at all. I legitimately got rid of all my apps. But yeah, basically I'm going to be learning, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm attempting to learn in a different fashion. And I think that if I give this a good, because the thing is, if I give this a month and I don't progress, guess what? I'm still in the same position that I am now, where I have all these applications and I'm still not progressing. So I don't really have anything to lose. I have a notebook. I have a multicolored pen where I'm taking notes. So I'll write down something, and then if it's a grammar pattern, boom, pop to a different color. If it is a, something else I need to remember, like I have a color system, which I've taken from several different people. I know Lindy uses it, and a bunch of other people. My friend Evan uses it, so that I've kind of adapted my own system for that. I am taking notes in terms of textbooks. I am going to be using textbooks, but not a lot. My main thing is going to be trying to have fun while learning, and stuff like that. This video is over 5 minutes long. I want to make these short and sweet. I know my channel has a ton of content lately because I've been doing the interviews and stuff, and I don't want to just bombard you guys with a ton of stuff. I will break this down into several different parts, and we'll kind of go from there as we progress through this month, because I have to give something a try, because I'm not progressing in anything. And I know that part of that is because I'm not sticking with something, but I think the reason I'm not sticking with something is because all of these applications are constantly like, oh, do you like this? Well, try this, try this. And I think if I can remove the phone function from my learning, I think that it's going to help me concentrate a lot more. I'm going to be doing a lot more, like in terms of like Anki and stuff. If I do Anki, it's going to be on my computer. And if I do like YouTube videos for learning, it's going to be on my computer, so I can import them into Link or something of that nature. Or whatever. Basically, I'm going to be using more so of like a work style atmosphere, where I'm not work like, oh, this isn't fun, but like where I'm at my computer using my mouse keyboard, like to where it's like I'm actually learning and not on the phone just doing this a couple of minutes and swapping to an app to play a game. So I'm probably going to download an app that's like a concentration thing, where if you put your phone down and it builds up time, it builds up a long time. I think there's one called Forest, like every hour you go without touching your phone, it plants a tree. There's some kind of weird stuff. I want to get into some stuff like that, because I have to start taking this more serious for myself. And again, I know this probably feels like a thing, like, oh man, you finally let people get to you, but like, realistically, where am I at? I'm by certificate B1 in Spanish, but that doesn't really mean anything. I can speak just a touch of Greek. That's just because I'm currently studying it. Esperanto I haven't used in 2 years, so God only knows what I could speak of that. My Japanese is insanely rusty, and it wasn't good to begin with, so even what was there isn't good, and it already wasn't good. Chinese is who God only knows. So I'm going at this, like I said, and the reason is because I've basically been at the same level in every language that I've been in for probably a year. I've not made any progress in anything. So we're going to take a month, 2 months, 3 months. We're going to try to figure some stuff out. I'm going to obviously update you guys on what's happening, my study patterns and stuff like that. And I'll make more videos about this later. But if I don't do something, I mean, I'm just going to be at the same level in 10 years in everything. So, like I said, if in a month from now, I've not advanced at all, I'm in the same spot that I am currently. I've got to try something new. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Follow me on social media at Seabolt Speaks. I will see you guys in the next video.